What's up, people? It's your boy Chocopie, man. Just got back from church, weeping and crying like always. You know, I made this thing, man, and like I was telling some friends and even my mom recently, I told her, it's the first thing out in my life. I had something I'm passionate about, something I like doing, you know, and but I always told the Lord, you know, I'm a Christian, man. I told God, like, if you want me to stop, I'll stop, man. Just let me know, you know. But a lot of things in life, God brings into your life, you know, even troubles. God has to allow these things to happen. And a lot of those troubles turns into testimonies, you know. So I just got off with one of my best friend in this town, man. And we just got into a very heated conversation. I'm the one that lost his cool. This is very strange because this is the second time to somebody that I really care about. There's a thing about me with anger. I've been through so much in my life that I have a very, very big problem with anger. But usually I don't show it to others as much. Now, there has been times in the past when I was college getting drunk, yeah, anger shows up. But most of the time in my adult life, you know, especially in my 30s, I never show it to anybody else except for, you know, my family. Isn't that weird? The one that you're supposed to love the most. And maybe it's because friends and acquaintances you can lose, right? But family, you know, I mean, family you can lose too. But my family has stuck by my side. And so has my wife. So I tend not to show that, and I, you know. But for some reason, two people that I greatly love and admire recently, you know, I made a TikTok of one of the brothers, a mentor of mine who's working with me, and you know, I forgave him and he forgave me very fast, actually. And then now today, my best friend in this town, my anger got the best of me. And I'm wondering, where is this spirit of anger coming from? Yes, I've dealt with it my whole life, but man, it has never been more prevalent than these days now. And it's weird because now my business is finally, the Lord is taking care of it. And things are going okay as far as my life. And like I said, I found this, like a passion of mine. Like I said, I don't know if it's going to go anywhere or anything. My passion in life, going to school and university, was to help people. When I went to college, I went for sociology and psychology because I thought I was going to be a drug and alcohol counselor, or because I didn't think I could be a pastor. I'd never been led in that direction. So I thought that's where my calling was, to help people, because that's what I want to do. But unfortunately, your boy Chocopie still deals with addiction. So how could it be that if he still deals with it, right? Now, this is where it comes to the Christian stuff. I want to help people, but the last thing I want to do is by my actions lead someone that might come to God and lead them away from the Lord. You know, that's the very last thing. And I've done that to people in my life. You know, and this anger issue of mine, it stems so back. It goes generations. In the Bible, it says, you know, the sins of a father, it goes down. Like, it's like curses, man. You know, that comes down. Both my father, angry man when I was young. But his father, even angrier. And my grandpa didn't really know his family because he left home, I think, when he was like 8 or 9. But I'm pretty sure his family, I heard, was from anger. So I have this seed, almost 4 generations or more, of this spirit of anger in my family's life. And I don't want it in my life no more. And it's just weird that I exploded on this brother. And it's because of this. He said, hey, you shouldn't be doing scary, you know, you shouldn't be streaming, he told me. And I said, man, brother, this is the first thing in my life I found passion on. Like, and then we got, like, my anger just took over and I cursed him out and stuff. And of course I apologized afterwards. And the brother, he's such a kind guy that he was able to let me blow off my steam and then say, hey, I already forgave you, just like the other mentor of mine, right? Those are real Christians. Now, what I told him was, you don't know people and what they've dealt with in their life, especially me. He said that I'm the first person that he has ever dealt with as a friend that's had real anger. And he's known a lot of gangbanging friends, right? I would think they have more anger than me. But it was very strange to hear him say that to me. But what I told my wife too yesterday, we got into a little spat again. Oh man, and I'm telling you, we really haven't fought like this until this last month. And maybe it's because of the loss of a baby. I don't know. It could be multiple things. You know, we were supposed to have a child this month. It didn't happen. Now, I'm not going to blame it on that. I've already suffered with anger throughout my life. But I just wonder, what is it? It could be the medication. Who knows? There's a multitude of things. But, I just trying to figure out what it is. And how do I stop it? I prayed about my addictions. I prayed about my anger. I said, God, please. And now that I think about it, and I told my friend on the phone, I said, maybe the Lord did not give us a child. 13 years. And of course, even though I say I'm Christian, I've done a lot of unchristian-like things, like having multiple times sex with my wife before we were married. And never once was she pregnant until this year. And we lost the baby. And maybe I think God stopped it for a reason. Because maybe he wants to cut this side of me out, And as far as the streaming thing, what I told my friend was, yeah, probably I shouldn't play these horror games and stuff like that. You could bring spirits in. And I believe it too, myself. But I like playing horror games. So I don't know if I'm going to stop that. But maybe I will, because I do listen to when God tells me to do stuff. But it takes me a long time. It takes me to... I'm the fool a lot. I have to learn by going through pain. And I think I put a verse up there on another little social thing where it says, that's how a fool learns, but a wise man learns by someone else's actions. I'm the fool. I have to learn by my own faults. But, right here in James is my favorite book in the Bible. And I don't know why, because James is a total opposite of me. It's telling you not to be lukewarm. Don't be half and half. Either be all the way for God or don't be. But for some reason, this book that kind of is a stinger for me is my favorite book in the Bible because it makes it so clear. And I was just looking up on Google, it's like about anger, and it says, James 1:19 says, so then, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath. For the wrath of man does not produce the righteousness of God. Man, I don't know what it's going to take for me to break this, but like I said, your boy Chocopie said, I'll be honest, I didn't make this streaming thing to ever get famous or anything. But then, of course, I have passion and drive as a man too, right? But I just want to be honest, and I want to help people. That's what I struggle with. And I believe I will be free from it. But I just don't know the answer yet. One thing I am learning, though, is before I would never talk again after I explode, and I just leave it alone until it goes away, or I just get bitter again. But I usually do later on, I apologize. But this time, I'm getting better at apologizing. Of course, I apologize to my friend, and even he admitted, because I told him, dude, there's ways to talk to people, man. If you talk this way, you can't talk the same way you talk to everybody the same way, or you're going to drive some people away from God. And he acknowledged that. And I appreciate the fact that he finally acknowledged that, because, dude, he does not know the abuse and the PTSD that I've gone through in my life and what triggers me. Now, there's some things that some people do need to trigger you with to kind of help you get through it, but not when it causes strife and bitterness between brothers, I believe. So he understood that, and he says that's something that he has to work on, and so does my wife, man. Because, like I said, I am very genuine when I apologize, but sometimes it takes my wife. Sometimes I thought she likes getting into fights with me just so we could get into a real conversation, but no, I know she doesn't. It's just when I reach a certain level of my anger, oh man, there ain't no stopping me, boy. But man, I do see my faults, man. And God is still good. I still need to figure out how I'm going to work this out, what this is going to be for. But like I said, if one person could hear what I say and their life can be changed for the better, then I think I did all right, man. But this one is just me just using this as a therapy session. For any of you guys that struggle with anger issues, your boy here acts like a nice guy outside, but he has a lot of rage in him, man. And hopefully it helped you, and hopefully you've been a good ear to hear from me anyway. I'm talking to myself anyway. So anyways, blessings to y'all on Sunday. And Chocopie out, baby.